Hey guys, Zen here, and today I wanted to go over all of the new Season 4 information that was recently announced. I also have some personal announcements for the end of the video, so make sure you stick around until then. Now, this video is absolutely packed with news, so let's do this. Let's start today off with the big stuff, and that is of course the two new operators, both Kaid and Nomad. Now, the operator I'm most excited for is actually Nomad, and it's mainly because of how much utility this operator may potentially bring. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about her history, because Ubisoft actually revealed something they refer to internally as the fridge. Essentially, what this is a place where unreleased operators go to when they need more time to work on them, or when they aren't performing in ways the devs need them to. And Nomad is ultimately the pinnacle of this, because that's where she's been since Operation White Noise, and it's taken up until this point to finally get her just right for release. So Nomad is a 2-speed, 2-armor operator that comes with the air jab gadget. How this gadget works is it's mounted up to one of her two primaries, the AK-74 or the ARX-200, and it can be launched onto pretty much any surface and is proximity activated. Once a defender comes within range of the gadget, it'll go off and send them flying backwards, laid flat on their back. So yes, it's like many of us speculated. Ubisoft recycled the animation from the Smasher enemy back in Outbreak and applied it here. But what's even crazier is that this thing has almost no barriers. If you're close to a soft wall, it'll send you busting through it, or if you're close to an edge or a balcony, it'll send you flying over it, possibly even kicking you outside of the map. I mean, when you really think about it, there are some maps and objectives where this is the last thing you'd want for something like this to happen. On Border, for instance, the Armory objective, Valkyrie always throws a cam out there to wait for those early repelling attackers. Well, now, if Nomad sets up an air jab gadget out there, when Valk goes for that kill, she could be sent flying over the balcony and directly into a pit of thirsty attackers. And that's just one example. Imagine its capabilities on Favela, one of the most destructible maps in the game. Now, of course, with this gadget, her main counter is Jaeger with his ADS. It'll burn an air jab if it flies through the line of sight of the ADS. Beyond that one hard counter, that's really it. I'm actually really surprised Mute doesn't counter this gadget if it's placed near a jammer. I think Mute could use a little bit of love this season, and that could be a great way to buff him up against this operator who I believe is going to be quite popular in the meta. Now, the air jab itself has many uses, but there are two in particular I wanted to highlight for you guys. The first is its ability to knock back a defender behind a mirror. Just shoot the air jab at a black mirror, and if a defender is behind it, it'll send them flying back. This is honestly a game-changing mechanic. There are so many sites I can think of where being able to do this would completely shut down a mirror strat. But this also means Mira will need to pay more attention to more than just a Twitch drone. The second use is once a bomb plant goes down. Either shoot an air jab at the diffuser once the plant does go down, or set up a room with air jab to help get the plant down and knock back pushing defenders. The amount of variability Nomad brings with this gadget is actually insane, and that's not even including what she's going to do for this community with all of the memeing and unbelievable clips you're gonna see online. Last up, Nomad comes with breaching charges and flashbangs, as well as a brand new secondary pistol equipped with a custom ACOG scope. Apparently this thing is really strong, and I guess the days of ACOGs on secondaries may be coming to an end, because Ubisoft does refer to this as an ACOG equivalent scope. But if you're looking for a fun fact, did you know that some of Nomad's fingertips are missing? Now, Ubisoft hasn't revealed why, but they promise she'll let us know. So I'm assuming she'll reference something tragic that happened to her that resulted with her fingertips being removed. My guess is an animal attack back in Kenya. Let me know yours down below. Moving on, we can talk about Kaid. So let's be honest here, my theory of conducting electricity was fairly accurate, but not the entire picture. So Kaid is a 1-speed, 3-armor defender that comes with the Artilla Electroclaw gadget. So yes, this gadget does electrify walls and hatches, but it does so uniquely. You see, this too has a proximity effect, and any wall, barbed wire, deployable shield, or hatch in that field will be electrified. Given how powerful of a mechanic this is, everyone is asking, well, what about Bandit? The short answer is that he exists exactly how he does today, and the only real difference is with the loadout and the fact that Bandit is 3-speed. As far as battery versus Electroclaw, it's my opinion that Kaid does actually have more potential in the hard breach by being able to cover more surface, and he generally is more versatile in what he can actually electrify, and so I think it'll force Bandit mains to master the Bandit trick in order to stay super relevant. I mean, at this point, that is his biggest difference and edge against Kaid. But I think the most ideal option is to use Bandit's batteries on the most busy walls while you trick, and have Kaid use the Electroclaw on hatches, but also hold on to one in the event you need a wall shocked quickly, because Kaid can throw his gadget. So do I think Bandit has been replaced? No, I really don't. Just the fact Kaid is a much slower 3-armor operator is enough for me to understand why Bandit is still necessary. But again, with ops like Zofia and Ash, we see two operators that have a similar purpose purpose with two completely different approaches. As far as counters, the usual Thatcher and Twitch destroy it, and of course you can shoot them if you spot them. It is important to note that they don't activate immediately. There's a short time of about 3 seconds before they can be used. It's enough time to prevent Hibana, but not enough for Thermite, so once you hear his exothermic charge going off, don't even bother. Now, Kaid comes with the AUG A3 SMG, but he also has access to a brand new single slug shotgun that comes equipped with an ACOG. This thing can pull headshots from very long distances, so basically we have an actual one-tap machine in the game now. It acts almost like a DMR, so you can expect a single slug for every trigger pull. He also has that same ACOG equipped pistol, impacts, and barbed wire. I'd say for the most utility, go with the slug style shotgun, scoped pistol, and the barbed wire. That way you can hold long sight lines with the shotgun and chain lightning to the barbed wire. Now again, if you're looking for a fun fact, Kaid was actually a community built operator. Ubisoft consulted with the Ubisoft star players as well as other prominent community members, and they all collectively helped develop this operator. He actually once only muted the attacker gadgets, and it was the community that gave him the Electroclaw ability. Another quick fact is that the gadget itself is based on a spider that is native to Morocco. Very creative indeed. So those are the new ops, and at a first glance, I'm gonna say these will be the most game-changing ops all year. I know there's some close competition there with Maverick, but in general, both of them are doing things we've never been able to do before, and the meta is going to significantly change because of it. I feel like I always say that, but somehow Ubisoft seems to fill these parts of the game with operators we never really knew that we needed. Now, as far as Fortress, the new map, it's confirmed, guys. It's big. Very big. The devs go on to say that it once had a basement, but they took that entire area out. There is a first for a map here by having one flight of stairs that leads from the first floor all the way up to the roof. Now, you guys know how I feel about this at this point. I'm very pleased with the aesthetic of the map and also the fact that this is actually Kaid's home. That's really interesting, but gameplay wise, it is big, and I'm really hoping in a future season we can see some smaller maps being introduced. Otherwise, yes, it's gorgeous. As always, the Ubisoft art team went to work, iterated, and we're left with this fortress that actual Moroccan Ubisoft developers worked on, which is also pretty cool. Moving on, we have some additional content to talk about. First up, I wanted to quickly talk about Lion being removed from the Pro League. I guess Ubisoft got to the point where they could no longer nerf this operator to make him competitive to play in those leagues, so they'll be all out removing him from Pro League play. Now yes, we'll all still have him in ranked, and as far as we know, he isn't really an issue there, but I wanted to mention this because I think you should expect a full Lion rework coming very, very soon here. Ubisoft isn't going to want to keep this operator out of Pro League for very long, and so I'm assuming he shot way up in priority on the rework list alongside Glaz and Castle. Next up, we finally have the official Blitz Elite reveal and release date. So, rejoice, you Blitz mains will have access to the Panzerstark Elite uniform on November 22nd. Let the nightmare continue. Last up, we have 3 quick updates. First, the Pro League prize pool has finally reached $1 million. So, the winners of the finals will be awarded the biggest cash prize yet, which is awesome for the game, and is probably more to do with the HyperX partnership. Second, a new TTS is going live with Operation Win Bastion this week, and PC players can try out the brand new season. And last up, this channel has a bright new upgrade. Many of you may have already noticed, but I've designed the thumbnails to look cleaner and clearer for the future. I just wanted to say thank you for even allowing this channel to have a bright future, and for all the insane support over the last few months here on the channel. We grew way beyond my expectations and have so many new people joining every single day, so I wanted a crispier look to go along with that, and I'm hoping you guys enjoy. Now, with Grimsky, I feel like Ubisoft got right down to business. There were a lot of changes that happened underneath the hood, like the entirely new recoil system and the misalignment issue fix. With this season, we really don't have any of that. Instead, we're getting a bunch of brand new content, which above all looks to be a ton of fun. This season feels like a bit of a blend of Velvet Shell and Parabellum. We're getting 2 big new abilities, a new breaching meta, and fundamental stuff, but it all looks really fun, and the map brings an extra layer of lore, kind of like Villa and the Vinciguerra family. I think Nomad will be the more flashy of the 2 new operators, and Kaid will be played by strong anchor players. And typical of Zen, I'm looking forward to it. But that's everything, guys. Operation Win Bastion is right around the corner, and that's everything to know. But I want to hear from you. Which operator are you looking forward to most, Kaid or Nomad? And are you hyped at all for Season 4? Let me know everything in a comment down below. If you did enjoy this video, please drop a like and subscribe with notifications if you're new. With that being said, it's been Zen. Hey, I'm out.